Hello, I'm Adam Paul Morgan. Thank you for clicking on to what is me just having to think of these free games that we get on these games consoles via subscriptions, PlayStation Network and the Xbox One. Now, just to clarify, I own the Xbox One. I have a subscription to the Xbox Live yearly. But if I had a PlayStation, or a PlayStation 4, I'd say I would be subscribing to that. I just don't have a PS4. I want a PS4, by all means, I want one. I want both, so there's exclusives on both consoles, which I want to play them, but obviously, when they first came out, I had to make a choice, and my choice was the Xbox One, which I've talked about that particular choice in previous videos, but I'm just going to mainly talk about the Xbox One subscription and their free monthly games. And I've spoken to people who have the PlayStation subscription and the games that they get free on there. It's basically free games with the subscription. You need the subscription in order to do this, that, and the other on the console. So getting that free game's like, wow, bonus, fantastic. Now, on the Xbox Live, some of the games that I've had is Sunset Overdrive, which is sort of the big exclusive WWE 16. If you're into wrestling, and I play it occasionally, very, very good. Latest one at the moment is the Lego Star Wars Complete Saga via the Xbox One backwards compatibility. It's a 360 game, but you can still play it on the Xbox One. And there's been many games, Borderlands, in the past, just sort of running through some of them off the top of my head. I've got the Rayman Origins and the Rayman Legends. I have both of them, all through Xbox backwards compatibility. Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I've had a quick go on that, and these are just some of the games that I've got through Xbox subscription. But here's the bit of a thing, it's all like, well, I imagine it's not necessarily the case for PlayStation games as well, because a lot of them, from what I've heard, I don't know, I've not really gone into the research on that because I don't own one. A lot of people have told me it's a lot of independent games, which I think that's not a bad thing, because it gives these independent developers the sort of platform to show their games and letting people own a digital copy, providing you've got a subscription, I presume. I'm not too savvy on the knowledgeable things on the PlayStation 4 because I haven't got one, but I say again, I really would like one. Going through them, it gives the developers a platform, so they think, oh, that game was really good, that was developed by such and such developers, they're bringing out a new game, I'm going to put my hand in my wallet and buy that game. So that's a good thing about the free game subscription. But then I was looking at some of the other games. There's a Lara Croft thingy platforming thing, and I thought, why would that particular game be choice? Why would a developer or a publisher allow that game to be available? And another game that got me thinking about this as well was Evolve. I was thinking, okay, why is that one on there? But most of all, the big one that really got me thinking originally was the WWE 16. Nice little wrestling game. Don't like the commentary on these sports games, but going through this thing, it's like, why are developers allowing these games, which are big name games, to be available to a sort of free download, as it were? Then I, of course, hit me DLC microtransactions. So they're still going to get a few quid or a few dollars, whatever the currency is going, where the developers live and work and pay their pensions and taxes. So it made me think, yeah, okay, not necessarily a bad thing. But there's a colleague of mine whose child who owns a PlayStation. Obviously, I've got to be careful what I say here, not to cover up too much. But their child was bought a game for their birthday, and I believe it was Little Big Planet 3. This was a good while ago when that game was available to download for free on the PlayStation Network. So he already had a copy of the game through the subscription, and obviously the child's uncle or auntie, I can't remember which, had bought them that game for their birthday. And the colleague I was working with said she was a bit annoyed. Obviously, their auntie and uncle, I presume, not too gaming savvy. You think, oh, birthday's coming up, what do we get him? Oh, we buy him a game for the PlayStation that he plays on, which, okay, we've all been there. I haven't had that situation for many, many, many years. But I just buy the games myself now. But obviously, for young kids like that, it's a bit downheartening for the adults to sort of go, oh, I've bought you this game, and oh, I've already got it, it's free because I've done this. So that's a bit of a... And another thing, it's happened to me as well. Okay, getting to the end of the month, what are the free games going to be announced through the subscriptions? And it was Sunset Overdrive for me. And I was like, I've already got that one. So I spent how much ever it was on that particular game, only to find out a few months down the line I was going to get it for free. And on going back to Xbox, there's a few exclusives that didn't do that well, that didn't get that many good reviews, but I can imagine that it's going to be part of the free subscription games with Xbox Gold, you know, games with gold. I can see that happening, and that's really cool. I'd imagine Gears of War 4 will maybe in 2 years' time be free through this as well, possibly Halo as well. So it's sort of downheartening. Say if I'm out and about and say a game store has a sale on a particular game, and I thought, oh, I might get that, like a deal for the Lego Star Wars game, and I was oohing and ahhing, should I buy that game? And I thought, no, don't buy it. I've got it for free today. So is this sort of them going, we're going to try and crack down on pre-owned games? We don't know, but my opinion on the sort of free games that you get, it's sort of, oh, but it's also, is it sort of me thinking at the moment with these games that it will actually stop me buying a game through digital market or retail disc, hard copy of the disc, because I think, well, hang on, maybe in a few months down the line, this game may actually be free on whatever subscription it may be. And I have done that, and luckily it did pay off. So there we go, that's my opinion on the subscription free games with Games and Gold. So I'm Adam Paul Morgan. Leave a comment below, dislike the video if you have an opinion, which is completely up to you. I'm Adam Paul Morgan, thank you very much for watching. Ta-ra a bit.